Never happened to me before. We're usually really on top of it. Yeah, it's taking half my runs away.
Vlog done, Tom, yeah? See that little circle in the middle of your 2 bolts?
Yeah.
It's coming there, look. See it? So it's still minute. Right?
It's just that whole top bit, literally from where the gasket ends there.
Well, at least we know it's very, very slow still. I mean, it's not coming out like a fucking tap yet. When it comes out like a tap, it's time to go home.
So, first time out of the car after all the mods, and it feels really good with like the 50mm spaces all around. It feels really snappy, almost like MX-5ish, which is really quite rare to be fair. It looks really good with the kit. I couldn't finish it in time, but it looks good. I was happy with that. The main thing that's the problem is the gasket around the oil pump has just come out at the top, and it's just dripping enough to spray everywhere after say 4 or 5 runs. So in an ideal world you wouldn't keep running it, but as me and Kev said, like, if we have enough oil and we can keep topping it up, we just stay on top of it, come in every 4 or 5 rounds, then there's no reason to say we wouldn't damage it more. I mean, yeah, at the end of the weekend it's going to be streaming out most likely, but otherwise I don't drift, so I think I probably need to risk, be safe as I can, but risk it to actually skid the weekend. So yeah, it's never happened to me before. We're usually really on top of it, but I think I've been pretty lucky having an S body and never having to do work like this at a weekend or at a drift day. A bit bummed out about it because the car feels really good and really different, and I'd like to get used to it and shake it down more. But yeah, we're going to have a decent amount of downtime, I think, just cleaning it up every time, making sure we're not leaking up the track. Well, we're running out of oil, so yeah. A bit bummed, a bit happy that it was cool. Mixed emotions right now. We've come this far. I'm going to skip the 2 days. See what we get. Yes, mate. It feels so.
First entry weren't all that, but
shut
after
up.
that, smashed it. I want to see a big chuck on the first one, Tom.
No, mate. You know what happens when that happens.
Reverse entry, Tom.
The faster I chuck it, the smoother it feels. Which last time it didn't feel like that. It felt much more loose when I went faster. So that's an interesting character change.
It's changed a little bit. Just think you were say like that, and now you're like that.
Yeah. So it's obviously it's much more squat, isn't it?
It's much more square. Yeah.
There's no
S14 GTR.
Not like there was before, but I think it's because like there's absolutely no squat now, really, is there? Because it's so stance down that that's the difference I'm feeling. It's completely flat all the time. She feels lively, mate. Seriously lively. I mean, the alignment, yeah, could have done with a little bit of fettling, but we can't be choosy. like it? That's a bit of an issue. So sit rep, all is going well. The car feels really bloody good, really snappy like I said earlier, but we're finding little niggles, like alternator bolt had snapped, so we've had to salvage one from another place to tighten it up. The belt was squeaking like a motherfucker, so we had to tighten it all up. The same goes for the power steering pump. It was just a bit loose, so, but luckily nothing's broken there, so just tightening that up as well. The oil leak, touch wood, hasn't got any worse yet. We just have to keep coming in every 5 laps or so. It's dripping enough to spray it all over the engine bay, but not enough to be leaking until you're stopped for a longer period of time in the pits. So yeah, it's workable at the minute, even though it's a bit of a bitch at times. You have to keep coming in and wipe it all down because it's absolutely sodden in there after 5 laps, but it feels really good and looks really good. I'm really happy. So yeah, all things considered, we're doing all right. Also found a solution for my side skirts that they're jammed on by the door, and I've just put my Velcro on there and they are solid on there, and then when the door closes these just pop into place. Same for the over fenders. I used Velcro, which really is strong enough to keep it on there. I don't have to drill my car to pieces, so really serviceable by just using some Velcro. I mean, ignore our really quick pit job of the rear bumper wrap. I just wanted it to be slightly red, so at least people can get an idea of what's going on. It was creasing up here on the corners and stuff, so we just cut it quick. But you know, you get a pretty decent idea of what she's looking like when she's actually going to be fully finished. Same for this side. It sort of pops off when you come out, and as soon as you close the door again, it will pop that back on. But the Velcro keeps it on nice and tight. So once you've just popped it into position with the Velcro, works a treat. So yeah, it's very much a shakedown day today, and just all these little niggles that keep arising. I'm lucky that I've come this far and done so many drift days without any problems whatsoever, so it was bound to sort of come to a head all at once, but keep cracking on. Fucking wild. This is honestly some of the best it's ever felt, really. Besides the massive leak at the front, it really does feel snappy and to the point. I can't describe it any better than that at the minute. It's just, if I'm being really nitpicky, the wheel is maybe fighting to go back to the centre a bit too much, but it's kind of a nice difference. So wild.
That feels totally different then, yeah?
Yeah, like really different. It was always aggressive, but yeah, the spaces have made a massive difference, obviously, and that's all we've done really for that, isn't it? It's just that stability is.
Basically, yeah.
I can see why everyone goes as wide as possible, because it's so stable when it's fast, when it used to be a bit loose. Both have their ups and downs. But can you feel the difference? How much more tight it all feels?
It just feels like it loses speed a lot quicker in the corner when you're sideways. Almost like I'd never be worried that when you're flying, it's not worried, but you know what I mean? I never think, oh, you're going to run off. Never. Yeah. And now I think, oh, you're going too fast too, but then suddenly the speed just scrubs off so quick.
What's the? You know what? I'm carrying more speed than usual into my entries. That's why I'm so messy in my entry, because I'm a bit faster.
You need to go even faster.
Well, yeah, really.
First corner, yeah. That last entry was perfect, but then.
Yeah, but I was too shallow still.
Yeah, he was too shallow. Yeah.
Definitely hooks faster, like grips up faster. When you let off, it's much quicker to just grab onto a line, if that makes sense.
Oh yeah!
We just full lock to lock every time. It's definitely bogging, not bogging.
Entry, you were going 10 miles an hour faster that time when you flicked it, and that was much better.
Yeah, I mean,
another 5 or 6.
But do you know, like, I still think it's my ratios. I think I need a shorter ratio diff, because third, you can see it bogs, and it never used to bog. And I think, is that because I got more width, more grip from the width?
Yeah.
Okay.
You got wider tracks, you'll be getting more grip.
Right.
Corners,
so now I have a little bit too much grip for the power, basically, or the ratio of the diff. I should have like a 4.1 or something, because at the moment it's what, a 3.9. So
Didn't we ever thought? Didn't know.
It was a 3.6.
Oh yeah.
Now we got a 3.9, which is slightly better, but it feels the same. You can go up to like a 4.5 or something, which I think might be too much. First and second would be non-existent.
So a little sit rep. We're almost halfway through day 2. Car's holding out. It seems to be consistent with its leaks. The radiator cap, the pin bent a little bit, so it was like just about to kick off, but we found it just in case because we're coming in much more often anyway. Car feels good. I still haven't nailed the entry line to the main national track. I keep going in a bit too fast or too slow. I bog down, or my entry isn't exactly what I want. So I'll be happy when I nail that. Everything else on the east or west track, that's really good. Everything else on the national track, I'm pretty happy with my line and then speed, angle, everything. It's just that main start, the initiation and the just hooking into the main bend of the national track that I want to get right. I keep just messing up a little bit or completely, so that'll be good. But yeah, car's behaving, I'm really happy. It feels really good with the extra width on the track, front and back. I'm not bogging on the rear arches anymore, just scraping along on that. It feels great. So obviously I've gained some horsepower there all of a sudden. Yeah, it's taking half my runs away, I suppose, just to be extra safe. But I'd rather keep my engine from melting than getting more runs in. So, and it's a weekender, so yeah, every run we do get at the moment, I've been out enough now to be nailing it much more consistently. So yeah, I'm happy with how it's going. So I've had to call it a day. Halfway through day 2, the oil leak all of a sudden just got much more serious, and it was just going to be stupid. I was going to risk blowing the engine too much if I kept running it. So I've just loaded up just to be safe. And also it was getting quite hot without the shroud on it. It's amazing how much the shroud does to keep it cool. So we had to keep doing cool down laps as well. So overall I probably missed a day less than I would have on the whole 2 days, but I'm happy that I managed to do at least one full day, but you know, coming in being safe, but managed to do one full day and half of the second day sort of. So I managed to actually do something, and the car feels really good, and I felt like I was really improving as well. Didn't manage to nail the line, which is a bit of a bummer. I never got the national track bang on every corner. It was the main corner that I was saying earlier that I wanted to nail, but the car wouldn't let me basically. So yeah, time to go home. See you in the next one.